Hello, this is Mrs. Ross, and this is going to be the Lesson 57 starred problems. I did the practice problems in a previous video, so, wait, what am I doing wrong here? So yeah, this is just going to be the starred problems. So we're going to flip through the practice problems, and here's the first starred problems. This is about a ratio box. It says, use a ratio box to solve this problem. So, we'll have our box. This is, of course, the Dora the Explorer method, ratio box, proportion, cross multiply. We have our ratio, actual. The ratio of walkers to riders is 5 to 3. If there were 315 walkers, how many were riders? So we have our ratio box, proportion, cross multiply. Ratio box, proportion, cross multiply. So let's see, 3 times 315 is... And then I want x by itself, so I divide by 5. That cancels, my x comes down, my equals comes down. I get 189. Okay. Alright, start problem number 2. After 5 games, the team's average score was 88 points. After 6 games, their average score had to increase to 90. What was their score in the 6th game? These are not easy, but what we know about average is equal to the sum over how many. Okay, so here I know that my how many is 6, and my average is going to be 90. So I have 90 is equal to, I'm not ready for the sum yet, over 6. So if the average after 5 games, I'm going to do 5 times 88 plus x. I don't know what that is. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is multiply, and then you're going to subtract. So I'm going to multiply 6 times 90, and I get 540. Let me go ahead and multiply this out. So that's going to be, where's my... So then I'm going to subtract. And the missing score is 100. Okay? At the very least, I want you to know that you need to multiply and subtract. Okay. Write each number in scientific notation. So that means that I need to put the decimal point behind the first number that's not 0 times 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's my answer. And then here, again, I put the decimal point behind the first number. And I know this is going to be negative because I have to move it this way. Here I move the decimal point this way, so it's positive. Here I move the decimal point this way, so the exponent is negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's my answer. Okay. Represent each number in standard form. So 3.25 times 10 to the 1. This tells me to move the decimal point 1 this way. So I have 32.5 is my answer. Here I have 1.5 times 10 to the negative 6. So I'm going to be moving the decimal point back that direction. So 1.5, and I'm going to move it 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me write that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my answer. You can see how I kind of work it out a little bit here, and then I write out my answer. That's helpful to me because I get kind of confused with my little loopy loops. Alright, so here I have a negative exponent, which means I have to drop this into the basement. So I have 1 over 2 to the third, 2 to the 3, So this is actually 1 over 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So this is 1 over 8. Okay, and remember, anything to the 0 power is 1. Anything. So this is 1. And then here I have, again, to the negative 2, so that's going to drop it into the basement. So I have 10 squared, which is 1 over 10 times 10, which is equal to 1 over 100. Okay, use a unit multiplier to perform the following conversions. So I have milliliters to liters, and I know that there are 1,000 milliliters to 1 liter, or it could be 1 liter over 1,000 milliliters. Same diff. Okay, so in A, I'm going to use my given times my unit multiplier is equal to my answer. So my given is 2,000 milliliters. Not sure which unit multiplier I'm going to use yet. My answer needs to be in liters, so this needs to be in liters because it needs to be on top. So I'm going to use this one. 1 liter, 1,000 milliliters. So my milliliters are going to cancel. I get 2,000 times 1 over 1,000. And if I cancel all of this, I'm going to get 2 liters. Okay, let me change my colors. And we'll go down here. So here I have 1 liter is about equal to 1.06 quarts. You can also write that as 1.06 quarts is equal to 1 liter. Let's use our given times our unit multiplier is equal to our answer. So we're given 10 liters right here in the problem. They want us to go to quarts, so I need quarts in the top. My answer is in quarts, so those are the same. So I'm going to choose this conversion factor, that unit multiplier, over 1 liter. My liters are canceled, so it's 10 times 1.06, which just moves the decimal point 1 to 10.6. Okay. Matt checked the reviews for the new movie and tallied the number of stars each reviewer gave the movie. Some reviewers gave half stars. Okay. Create a histogram that illustrates the data in the table. So what you're going to have, we're going to title our graph. Over here we have frequency. I can't write that way. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then down here at the bottom we'll have these number of stars. Number of stars, because we have to label our axes. So this will be 0.5 to 1. 1.5 to 2, 2.5 to 3, and 3.5 to 4. This is super ugly, but okay. So in the 0.5 to 1 category, I have 3. Oh my gosh. It's comical to me because I cannot draw. I'm going to use a different color for this one. And then from the 1.5 to 2, I have 6, so I know this is going to go up to 6. I would rather do this on a piece of graph paper because now everything's leaning. 2.5 to 3, I have 9. Oops, I didn't make my thing go all the way. Dun, dun, dun. 8, 9. My bad. You guys probably saw that beforehand. You're like, Mrs. Ross, don't do it. Don't. It's supposed to go to 9, and now it's in your title, and it's so ugly, Mrs. Ross. We can't handle it. Oh my gosh. 9, and then let's see. I think you're getting the gist, and I lost my thing again. Oh, orange. Okay, so that's 7. Oh, I bet yours is a lot better than mine, but that's about what it looks like. Okay. 2.5 times 10 to the negative 2 compared to 2.5 divided by 10 squared. So this tells me that I'm going to be moving this 1, 2. So I have 0.025. Here I have 2.5 over 10 squared because of the divide by, which is 2.5 divided by 10 times 10, which is 2.5 over 100. If you divide that in your calculator, that means it's 0.025. 0.025. Those things are equal. Okay. 1/millionth. Millionth, that means it's a decimal. So let's see. We have tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, millionths. So that's what that is. Okay, and here is 1 times 10 to the negative 6. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are the same. And the last one here, I have 3 to the 0, which is 1, because anything to the 0 is 1, and 2 to the 0, which is 1, equal. Okay, 18. The following equation is the rule of the function y is equal to 3x times 3x plus 5. We can use this rule to make a function table, copy and complete this table by finding the values of y. Okay, so this is what you do with this. You're going to plug in all of these into this, okay? For example, to find y here, I know y is equal to 3 times 0 plus 5. 3 times 0 is 0, so y is equal to 5. Okay, let's make it a rainbow. Okay, so here I have y is equal to 3, just like it says here, times x, which is 1. So I'm going to plug in 1 for x plus 5. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 5 is 8. 8. If I do yellow, you won't be able to see, so let's just do green. Here we go. Y is equal to 3 times, and this 2 is going to go where x is, plus 5. So we have 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. And then lastly, I have y is equal to 3 times 3 plus 5 is equal to 9 plus 5, which is 14. Keeping in mind we are using this formula, so it's y is equal to 3x, 3 times x plus 5. So this is where we've plugged in x all the way down. Oh, I don't know what happened here. Okay, here we go. Ooh, so this is order of operations. So we're going to deal with this multiplication. Well, this has a parenthesis, but it's also multiplication. So we're going to deal with this first. 48 divided by 12 is 4. Divided by 2 plus 2 times 3. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Plus, and then I have to do this one 6, so this is 8. Okay, here we have, we're going to need to subtract, and I can't subtract 3 from 1, so I have to borrow a foot. So this is going to be plus 12 inches. So this is 13 minus 3, which is 10 inches. Here I'm going to have to borrow a yard. So this is plus 4, which makes for 5 feet. 5, that's 3 feet. And 1 yard. And then it looks like 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. So I'm going to take those feet here, subtract that out, and add my yard here. I get 2 yards and 10 inches. And I'm going to have to stop there, I think. Oh, that's it. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions.